looking for the green light. Green light and we're racing. So it's Browning and Ridout's got ahead. I think Wright went to cover or take the racing line and he missed the obvious. Oh, a lot of contact on the back of Alexander Lamin from Cowell and Cottle. I'm not pointing the finger. Cottle in behind, manages to hang on. Cowell's gone through on Lamin at Inkerman's. Out front, it's Ridout. Browning has got ahead of Adam Wright. Your top three in the championship run first, second and third. Oh, and it's busy behind. I should say so. Get your elbows out. That looks like an accident waiting to happen. You can't accuse me of not rubbernecking. We'll stick with them up until Christmas corner. Will they all make it through? Oh, now I feel tempted to stay with them into Winkerman's. How well behaved. Mark Turner on the grass, coming back on. Meanwhile, up front then, Mark Ridout leads ahead of James Browning and Wright won second place back. Andy Cowell, Alex Lamin, Ben Cottle. Lenny Wood very far up the field. In seventh. Good run from Lenny. It just had to happen, didn't it? Bloody thing. Now, are we live or are we not live? That's the big question. I don't think we are. And we're back, and I don't think you've missed too much, really. Mark Ridout leads, ahead of Adam Wright, James Browning, Alex Lamin, Andy Cowell, Ben Cottle looking for a way by. I think we might have been down for a minute or so there. We are 4 minutes in to this heavyweight pre-A final, and I have my suspicions that I break the stream every time I tweet. So I shan't be tweeting anymore. I don't know why that should be, but it's just a suspicion. It always seems to happen just after I've tweeted that the stream is robust and showing well. Anyway, so it's Ridout, Wright pulling clear of Browning, Lamin, gap to Cottle, coming under pressure maybe from Andy Cowell, Andrew Dawson, Lenny Wood. Good run from Lenny Wood, qualified well. Matthew Fawkes, Craig Rankin and Tim Hill in 11th. Steve Bosley in 12th. There's the action. usually around Andy Cowell, as Dawson goes down the inside at Inkermans. That's for 6th place. Shall we see a swift response from Andy? Lenny Wood, whoa, that's a bit late and hard, and he's taken out Andy Cowell. Lenny Wood. There's a yellow flag out at turn 1 as well. Someone's buried in the tyres. And that's just a pusher cart driver. Let's get back with the race lead. And I think Adam Wright hasn't given up on winning this one from Mark Ridout. But for now, Stretch leads. It was 0.7 of a second at the line. I don't think that... not sure if it's 0.7 of a second now. That looks more like half a second to me. Browning, I think, is just about to lose a spot. Not quite. Lose a spot to Alex Lamin. Still 0.7 of a second. Lamin trying to get on terms with James Browning, who hasn't been able to go with the leading pair. Wasn't happy with his first kart, and the second's not a rocket ship. Just a good kart, like all of them. So Ridout and Wright is definitely nearer this time. Lamin is on the bumper of Browning. Cottle, Dawson. Lenny Wood ahead of... who's that? Is that Matthew Fawkes now? It is Matthew Fawkes in 8th. Craig Rankin and Tim Hill. And we have a battle on for 3rd place. Alex Lamin having a good run for a change. So with a kart length. And Browning's trying to hold him off. Wants to minimise the damage in terms of the championship for sure. Cottle, Dawson, Wood, Fawkes, Rankin. Tim Hill. There's Bosley in behind Michael Ballinger. So Ballinger's grabbed a position and then moved up to 11th place. Game on for the lead. He's almost there now. Adam Wright going for the win. Trying to claw back points on Mark Ridout. And at the same time, he's gaining on James Browning, but just a couple of points, I think it is, the difference between 2nd and 3rd. We've got 4 minutes left of this final. And we have a race on for the win. We saw an excellent lightweight pre-A final. The heavyweight one just the same. Ridout covers up into Christmas. Has he covered up too much? He's narrow into Winkermans as well. He's right there now. Adam Wright, oh, he took a lot of curb on the exit and he's lost a kart length. Cowell a lap down. Browning and Lamin together. And Lamin keeps thinking about going up the inside. And Cowell's pulled into pit lane. Lamin on the overlap. And Alex Lamin moves into 3rd place, and Ben Cottle is going to go through as well, side by side with Browning. Into turn 1, but Browning comes out the other side in 4th. Cottle, Dawson, Wood under pressure from Matthew Fawkes. Rankin having a quiet race in 9th, and Tim Hill has come into the top 10. And the closing stages and the battle for the win here. Mark Ridout, Adam Wright. Is it the last lap board this time? No, we've still got 2.5 minutes left. I'm a bit premature. And that wouldn't be the first time. Rankin over Christmas. on the outside. Is he setting him up for Inkermans? Ridout covers up to into the hairpin. This pair will be slowing down now. I don't think they can afford to dawdle too much, or it might just bring in Alex Lamin, probably too far back. But Ridout gets a good run onto the back straight out of Zulu. And pulls out a cart length. Has Adam Wright got anything left? Lamin, Browning, Cottle, Dawson, Wood, Fawkes. Fawkes being dropped now. Rankin in 9th in the blue. Tim Hill under pressure from Michael Ballinger for 10th place. Bosley in 12th. Ward, I think that's Adrian Brammer. Battle on again at the front. It looks as though Adam Wright's pretty quick from turn 1 to Inkermans. And Mark Ridout's a little bit stronger round the rest of the lap. Still no final lap board. And Cottle's getting closer to Browning as well. But it's game on at the front. Here comes Adam Wright inside this time for the first time of Mark Ridout, and he leads in the heavyweight pre-A final, and he now covers up into Inkermans. And now he's got his nose out in front. Can he put a gap into Mark Ridout? So it's Wright. Ridout takes a look over his shoulder. He'll see Alex Lamin in between him and James Browning, with Ben Cottle on his bumper. It could be final lap board this time. Yes, it is. One more lap to go in the heavyweight pre-A final. Has Mark Ridout got anything left? I don't think he has. I think he's going to have to settle for second. Lamin in third, Browning, Cottle, Dawson and Lenny Wood. This group's come back together as well. I can tell you, Adam Wright's got 2 or 3 cart lengths as he comes into the boot for the last time. It'd be take a lunge that's not going to come. Adam Wright leads into the last corner. Adam Wright is going to win the heavyweight pre-A final from Mark Ridout. An excellent win, important for the championship, as they both gain points on James Browning. Alexander Lamin was third, James Browning, Ben Cottle, Andrew Dawson, Lenny Wood, Matthew Fawkes, Craig Rankin and Michael Ballinger rounded out the top 10.